I am not elated because, as I look back, I realize that we urged the Supreme Court to desegregate schools immediately. Out of their wisdom, they decided to use the phrase "with all deliberate speed," and I would leave it to each individual state and each individual community as to whether they have actually proceeded with all deliberate speed. In our country, there are so many people who have the great faith that the Supreme Court, once it decides a case, will later on change its mind. And there are other people that are merely holding out as long as they can. And in these two groups, we have this general feeling. I believe, however, that the average American is of a different caliber. It's just a question as to the old phrase, who's going to bell the cat? Who's going to make the move?
The talent that Thurgood Marshall has, with the understanding that he has of the law and with the compassion and understanding that he has of people, that he'll make one of the great Solicitor Generals of the history of this country.
My background as an advocate on one side, usually on the defendant's side, and while on the court, I have participated in every type of case that comes before the federal courts. I don't know of a single field in which I have not written at least one opinion. And those range from formerly unfamiliar fields such as Security Exchange Commission on through to cases involving the rights of criminals. And I believe that the 4 terms I spent on the Court of Appeals has given me a clearer understanding of just what the law means.
Thurgood Marshall symbolizes what is best about our American society. The belief that human rights must be satisfied through the orderly processes of law. But what is more relevant is that his nation has now progressed to the point, in large measure because of some of the things that he has done, that race really no longer serves as a bar to the exercise of experience. That in Judge Marshall we shall have an advocate whose lifelong concern has been the pursuit of justice for his fellow man.
The only thing that I can say at this stage is that when I came into this room, I had the determination to do the best job that could be done in this position with as many hours of the day as I could stay awake. But after listening to our president and Mr. Justice Black, the only thing I can add to it is I'll just have to find some more hours and some more days to be able to live up to the faith that the two of them have and what has to be done for the country. Thank you very much, President.
What I do feel is that the course of the hearings have perhaps been quite revealing to us on the committee, because they have demonstrated Judge Marshall's legal temperament, his articulateness, his understanding of the law, and his judicial temperament and patience as well. And I think these are all assets which we've known that Justice Marshall has had, and which I think serve him well on the court.
I didn't think that a Democratic convention could be so outrageous until Chicago. The people were left out of any real say-so on the crucial issue. The chairman would ask for yeas and nays, and a few people would say yay, and the majority would say nay, and the chairman would say, yeas have it. It was just like back in Mississippi. Chicago was so much a part of Mississippi that I could laugh at one minute and cry the next. Because the way you all have things set up now, this country is sick, sick, sick. I'm proud to be a Negro to stand up. Because too long that we have been denied the chance to stand up. But we are not afraid anymore, and we're going to stand up, and we are not going to take anything, but we're going to demand what belongs to us.
If you kiss me from the back, like cattle, you can't find me nowhere. Come on,
We've been sending in letters by the thousands to Washington asking them to pass the Civil Rights Bill, because I don't see how they can say America is the land of the free and the home of the brave, when actually it's the land of the free and the home of the brave slave, because that's what we have been. And I do know that in the state of Mississippi, we are not satisfied. If we was, we wouldn't be going through the harassment that we've gone through to still fight to stand up for the power of the ballot. Because if we had the power of the ballot in the 2nd Congressional District, it would be easy for me to win the seat, because in the 2nd Congressional District, 66% of the people are Negroes. We are not satisfied. We've never been satisfied. And we are not going to stop. Even if I have to give my life, it will make it better for some child. Because we are tired of suffering. We are tired of going hungry. For the last year or two, we've had more clothes than we've ever had in our lives, from northern people sending us clothes. And I know what it is to suffer, and I know what it is to be hungry. And we want a change in the state of Mississippi, not taking nothing from anybody, but we just want our constitutional right.
The chair now recognizes Delegate Fannie Lou Hamer of the state of Mississippi.
Democratic Party from Alabama. 1964, Fannie Lou Hamer was on the outside trying to get in. We know the long pattern of discrimination not only in Mississippi, but also in the state of Alabama. It is time for us to wake up, America. We always talk about a minority, but we don't even say minority when you carry our sons to fight in Vietnam. I support Dr. Cashin from Alabama, but because it's time for us to stop prison and seat so many this year, and 4 years later, seat for another delegation. It's time tonight to seat the delegation with the National Democratic